Happy 4th of July, everybody. First and foremost, I wanted to say Happy Independence Day. This country is spectacular. It is the first experiment in a free republic, and we are a work in progress, but we have done so much good. We are such an inspiration to so many countries around the world, and it's important that we celebrate what a tremendous gift that this country is, and that we would just continue to be better and better. May God bless us and equip us to be better and better every single day, to be a beacon of hope to people around the world that could only dare dream of living with the kind of freedom, the luxury of the kind of freedom that we have, including the luxury of the freedom to say some really, really stupid things. Free speech means free speech. So with that, I didn't want to do this episode, but I wanted to do this episode. I think it's important. I don't know where this channel is going, but for wherever this channel is going to go and the gift that it may be to people, I think it's important to put out there who I am and who I am not. So I had an interesting situation with some people online claiming to be veterans. If they were, then they were definitely of the variety that would be the ones to rape my fellow sisters in the Army. They were definitely not the upper crust, that's for dang sure. They conducted themselves in pretty poor fashion, and some of the things that they said to me. They accused me of stolen valor. So that was tough. I'm not gonna lie, that was very difficult for me to take. And you know, but when you let people talk long enough, they will expose who they really are, and they definitely exposed the quality of who they really are. Ultimately, it boiled down to the way that I look. They couldn't believe that I would be somebody that was in the Army. Well, first of all, no, I'm not going to tell you what they said to me. It was pretty gross. But with that being said, I didn't look like this when I was in the Army. I did serve. I was active duty. I was an 88 Alpha, so that is Transportation Corps. I was a first lieutenant when I got out, and I did not deploy. I've never pretended to say that I deployed or ever. I have way too much respect for the people that I served with. Way too much respect. For them. These people are still like family. They've always welcomed me in. They saw things in me that I didn't even know that I had, leadership qualities within me, and they have always welcomed me as one of their own to this day. They've said some of the most humbling, incredible, spectacular things to me about the caliber of soldier that I was. I never pretended to be anything that I wasn't. In fact, I felt so unworthy. Coming from what I come from, I didn't have the confidence to have any idea that I had those gifts inside of me. Those were qualities that growing up and as a kid probably would have got me killed. So, and I say that without any exaggeration. That part of me had to stay hidden. So, I wanted to go in because I love and respect this country. I always have. Something that I always wanted to do, and I was very fortunate to have the opportunity to do it. Serving with some of the most spectacular people that are still family to me to this day that I have ever known, and I'm tremendously honored that they would say the things that they said to me and love on me and let me serve alongside them and let me continue serving this community on the other side. So I served I think I said this, but from 2009 to 20,000, from 2009 to 2011, I was an 88 Alpha, so that's Transportation Corps. I was active duty. I did not deploy. I had some injuries that came up, and they offered me a desk job, and I declined because I have way too much respect for the uniform. And also, as a female, the last thing I wanted to do was feed that stereotype. I was trained for combat. I was either going to go to combat like I was trained to do. My unit that I was assigned to was the last unit through 3ID the 3rd Infantry Division out of Savannah, Georgia, is who I was assigned to. They were one of the last units to cycle through Iraq. And because of my injuries, I was not allowed to go. They offered me a desk job and I declined. I don't want to feed the stereotype, especially as a female. That is just, well, like, no, I'm either there. And I never tried to be one of the guys. I never tried to be, well, like, I was just a soldier. And I'll show you, like, this is a picture. So these are some guys that I served with. And right here is a picture of me and my very short haircut because it was practical. This was not practical. I was not going to put my hair in a bun, and I wanted to be in rags, so I kept it short, to the extent that I got saluted one time by this poor private. He's just fresh out of basic, and so I had my beret on, and so here's what I looked like when I had on my beret. I was married at the time. God bless my ex-husband. He was very supportive of me doing this, but this poor private had my beret on and my short hair, and I'm not very well endowed, so that didn't stand out, and I'm wearing my shades, and poor kid saluted me and called me sir. So I felt so bad for it. I was like, just carry on. But it was out of practicality. It was out of, I didn't want to draw attention. I didn't wear like heavy makeup or anything like that. I just wanted to be a soldier and do my job. And my fellow soldiers treated me that way. They really did. I earned the respect of some people that, like, it still blows my mind that these people welcomed me into the family the way that they did and still do. These people will be family till the day that I die. So I'm honored. I'm deeply, deeply honored. I'm deeply humbled to have been able to serve in this community and to continue serving on the other side of it. I was actively suicidal on the other side of this. I felt like I failed. It was very difficult for me to get out. But in my perspective, the injuries that I had were very prone to re-injury. So the vision that I had that would have been like one of my worst nightmares was I deploy, I'm in the Humvee, the plates are rubbing on my injury to the extent that my legs fall asleep and go numb, that's just where it was. And then something bad happens and I can't get out. And some poor private dies trying to save me. And that was my living nightmare. And so I wasn't going to put somebody in that position. I was either there to do my job as I was trained to do it in a combat scenario, or not at all. And to bow out, and because I respect it too much, to let people that could continue to do the job properly do it without me as any sort of a liability. So anyway, that is my story to that. And now on the other side of things, I have been so privileged to work with the veteran community in a lot of ways to continue to give back. I went in to serve this country, and the beauty of the freedom that we have is not free. And it shouldn't be treated that way. So I wanted to do my part, and I wanted to give back and honor that. So I continue to try to do that on the other side, and use those skills and gifts that bubbled up inside of me through that experience. Working with the suicidal veteran population has been one of my great honors. It's been very difficult and very tragic in some ways, but it's been a tremendous honor. So I'm humbled to have served. For inquiring minds that want to know, that's what my service did look like. And I'm not out to prove anything. I never was, and I'll always be 100% transparent about who I am and who I'm not. So I'm honored to have gone in and signed on that dotted line, knowing that it was a price that I could pay up to and including my life. And I stand by that. So all enemies, foreign and domestic. And we are in a place now where our culture is shifting in some ways that I can continue to serve, and I can continue to love on this country. I can continue to make it better every single day, and that is what I intend to do, whether I'm wearing dog tags in the uniform these days or not. So I love all of you. I hope you have as much love for this country as I do, if not more. And that's saying a lot. So I hope you would be willing to stand on that line, before you start criticizing other people. Be sure that you know what you're about first, but honor this country, love this country. It loves you a lot. And so happy 4th of July. It's a spectacular gift. What an honor to be able to live here in this country and to be a hope for other countries that they could only dare to dream of the freedoms that we have. So we have the freedom to do all kinds of incredible things. I hope you use your freedom for things that give life. Continue to do that. That is what this channel is about, and that's what I hope you're about. Have a fabulous 4th of July. Be safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.